Hi, I'm Jazza, and this is the Variety Men's Health. What's the magazine?
It's Wired.
Wired autocomplete. Why Men's Health? Why don't I go? Yeah, because this is.
Take two.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jazza, and this is the Wired autocomplete interview.
But it makes no sense because the YouTube channel is Wired and we're not Wow, so we don't have to say Wired.
I'm just wired. This is really tickling my ego. I bet you all those people who do this feel pretty special.
Sure.
All right, I Google myself all the time. Sorry, I know all the answers. I don't, I'm joking. Can Jazza play guitar? Wow, really? That's the question? Let me answer that for you. Look what I got for my birthday. This was not scripted. I got a guitar. Was the question asked because there's a guitar always in the corner of the room and
Maybe,
it never...
yeah.
I got a guitar for my birthday because this is an electric acoustic, whereas that's just an acoustic. That was my mum's guitar. This is my guitar now. I have my own guitar. And the answer to that question is... barely. That was surprising. All right, what do we got? Does Jazza have a wife? That's something people ask. Have a wife!
Yeah!
Yeah! Kate's always been a bit mysterious. And I think that's probably why that's a question. Because she prefers to be behind the camera. Even with the family vlogs when we've travelled, there have been a few appearances where she's like happy to jump in and it's just all part of the moment. But like often it's just like, nah, not today, you know. So, does Jazza have children? Have a kid?
Oh, you're like nailing these.
Yeah.
Wait, does Jazza have a kid?
Yeah, I'm supposed to actually answer it. I have two children. I have the adorable MJ. This is a nickname that stands for Mini Jazza for privacy reasons. I think our philosophy is at the point at which we believe our children are wise enough in the ways of the world and have enough autonomy to choose to share their name, then that's their choice. And then there's B, which stands for originally, because she was actually the first one in the vlog that we revealed when Kate was pregnant. And I thought it looked like a little bean in the scan. Then we needed a nickname, like we had MJ, so we thought a letter was B, and there was something else. There was another meaning of that.
Is it ballerina?
No, that's what I turned it into.
Yeah, okay.
That's a recent development.
Okay.
I've decided that B now stands for ballerine because she loves dressing like Elsa and ballerinas. What will Jazza do next?
I thought that was funny. What will you do next?
What will I do?
Answer that however you say.
What will Jazza do? Like enough people have just looked up what will Jazza do that is what comes up.
Yeah.
Not what will he do next, just what will he do? Everything. What does Jazza like to eat? As if that would be something people would Google. Use for digital art. Good question. I use the Huion Canvas Pro 24. I'm pretty sure they've sent me a lot of digital tablets over the years. I love the stand that comes with. They're not as portable as the 16, which comes with a separate stand, but also can be used like flat on your lap or whatever. It's really reliable. Where does Jazza film his film videos? Come from? Australia, Victoria, the lower part near Melbourne, which is quite an art-focused city. What does Jazza mean? That's interesting. Let me take you back. Let me take you on a journey. Jazza comes from an Australian football player. Not Jazza, but there was an Australian football player way back called Jazza Lanko. And every time he kicked a goal, he'd run around going, Jazza Lanko! The reason that's relevant is because when I was in year 7 in high school and my oldest brother was in year 12, he was graduating, he was one of the cool kids, he was established, right? I was entering high school, I had no friends, and whenever my oldest brother would do like rambunctious, crazy things, he'd go, Jazza Lanko! And then when I was in year 7, we had to come up with our first email address, and I decided to call myself Jazza because I thought to be derivative, and that was inspired by my brother being cool and me wanting to be. Yeah. And in the end, I made it something cool. So there you go. All right, what markers does Jazza use? Yeah. That's a good question. It varies. I have the whole collection of both Copics and Spectrum Noir. I have to say, they're good for different things. I think The Spectrum Noir have a pretty vibrant colour. The Copics tend to lean more on the subtle side. I also like that there's like a bullet nib and a brush nib on the Spectrum Noir, whereas the Copics are a chisel and a brush. I use markers a lot less these days than I used to. So I've probably used Spectrum Noir and Illustrator equally, but I'm playing with the idea of, I don't know, throwing my hat into the ring. Maybe I should make a Jazza brand. Let me know what you think. I've teased something like that on the main channel with the color mixing thing, but one of the things I love is product design, and I've had this idea for a line of products for years that may be exploring, may not go anywhere, but this is where the journey's at, so subscribe to join the journey. Is Jazza married? Australian, yes. Kid friendly. Oh, that's a tough one. Sometimes I say but usually bleep it out just like that. But I struggle to contain myself, because if I say, okay, I'm making kid friendly content, there's an element of me that is too cheeky. And when I get ready to record, I tend to sort of amp up and get pretty cheeky and sometimes inappropriate. And I think with YouTube, you just have to be yourself. I censor myself in post and I am who I am in content, but sometimes that means a little bit of that immaturity crawls through. So I don't aim to be kid friendly from the beginning, but we try and clean it up after. Oh, this is so well prepared, Carola. A round of applause for Carola. Could you add an audience cheering for you there? Great, thank you. What does Jazza use to draw? I will say on the traditional end, this is my current mechanical pencil, the Graph Gear 500 Pentel. That's pretty nice. And then for line art, I really like the Artliner Spectrum Noir brush pen, which was in my box that I did recently. And then separate to that, I really love this Tombow calligraphy pen with a plastic nib. When will Jazza come to Australia? I'll know one day. Come back. I swear to God, that must be from because every now and then, like once in a blue moon, I'll take a 3-week break or something. Like content won't go up for 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. And then the assumption from the audience is like, you're dead! Where are you? It's because when you're doing 1 to 2 videos a week on YouTube, sometimes 3, people come to expect it. So 2 or 3 weeks break is like, something tragic has happened.
Yeah. And when's he coming back?
Where is Jazza? Where is Jazza from? Where is Jazza? Just where is Jazza? What will you do? Where have you gone? Where are you? Is that all of them?
Yeah.
We did it. We made it. Yay! Thanks for preparing that, Caroline. That's really fun. Now, technically, because we do the question of the day, but I feel like that's like lots of questions from lots of people.
Yeah.
Should we take one, or do you reckon?
I do have one.
You got one?
I thought,
Let's take a personal one from one person.
Yeah.
And make sure to leave your questions of the day down below, because we're being consistent now. Not only are we getting vlogs out, we're doing questions of the day every time. I love it.
Question: what is your inspiration for drawing?
My inspiration for drawing is entertaining and making stuff. Like when I started to draw, it was because it was a thing I could do to elevate myself and I guess affect people's opinion and response around me. So I was in high school and I was not a cool kid, but when I drew, which I was pretty good at, I could transform the way people saw me and entertain them. So for me, it's not necessarily the drawing itself that inspires me. I love drawing and I've gotten pretty good at it, but there are a lot of people who are a lot better at it, and there are a lot of people who find more satisfaction in the craft itself. I find satisfaction in the craft of entertaining people, which is why I consider myself a YouTuber as much as I consider myself an artist. Because if I didn't have an audience to perform my art to, whether that be sculpting, drawing, virtual reality, or just making gags in videos, I wouldn't be gratified. My art is entertainment, and then my entertainment is art.
Nice.
Yay.
And thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.